Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Nightwatch Zone Time, and I've got my good friend, my brother from the collective, the amazing Craven Something Scary. Man, we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight, and I
Yeah.
can't wait to take a bite into this apple. Notice I said
Yes.
apple, as in New York. There's a little scream
See?
reference.
I love it.
Ah.
All right. Starting
um,
early.
Yeah, we're just starting off on the right foot, man. Um, Real quick, just to say a blanket hello to everyone in the chat. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. We really appreciate you guys. We got Russell. What's up, Russell? Always there. Always there. Brandon is in the chat. What's going on, Brandon? Good to see you too, man. Hope you're doing well. The general is holding it down, letting you guys know all the rules, hit the like button, all that good stuff. Thank you so much, Val. You are amazing. And we got Philip. Philip's in the chat. All right. What's up, Philip? Good to see you. Good to see you. Derek, what's going on? I love this. Hello, Knight. You don't know me, but I know you. I want to play a game. The device you are wearing, think of it like a reverse bear trap. I love that. I love that. That was a great quote, man. Oh, let's see. Jason. Jason's in the chat. What's up, Jason? Good to see you. Saying hello to everyone. You're all right, man. You're all right. Let's see. Brandon, I have to work Friday, but I'll try jumping into the stream. I was crying alongside Night on last night's stream. I know,
Yes.
man. It was a little emotional, but yes, on Friday, this Friday at 6 p.m., we have the absolute pleasure and the privilege and the honor to have the Shape himself, Mr. James Jude Courtney, coming on to
Woo.
talk with us and with you guys. So, oh man, I can't wait. I still can't believe it. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's see. And that is true, Val. And we got to remember, and Stephen, please let the folks know about we got some great interviews coming up within this community. It's actually so freaking cool. But let the folks know what you have coming up this month.
Yes. So I posted it's kind of funny. So on May 27th, the plan is to
Mm-hmm.
have Max and Jason, who respectively Max plays Ghostface, guys, in Scream 6. He's the one in the costume for all the scenes. And then Jason, a Cavalier, who plays the shop clerk, the bodega clerk with the
Mm-hmm.
shotgun. And so I've been in contact. I was in contact with Jason again today. He's confirmed. I thought they were both confirmed. So just you guys may have noticed I had it posted it yesterday. Now I've taken it down. It's unlisted because
Mm-hmm.
Jason is locked in for the 27th of this month. And we're
Mm-hmm.
just waiting to get confirmation from Max. We had a little miscommunication between Jason and I because they're friends, and I thought he would work it out with Max directly. So, long story
Mm-hmm.
short, is that if it all goes as well, they've both agreed to come on. So
Yeah.
it's going to happen. Like it's just whether it's going to be this 27th of this month, which is I think Memorial Day weekend, and or if it's going to be a different date. But stay tuned. Once Max says he's on board with that date, I'm
Mm-hmm.
reactivating the stream to public again. It'll be back, and I can start sharing the links and stuff. But it's
Nice.
coming, man. I'm really pumped. It's like so cool because it's like this was like the equivalent, like for you, for James Jude Courtney, I would have to say, and now correct me if I'm wrong, that's as close to like your Matthew Lillard, except for maybe Nick Castle,
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
right?
Nick Castle, Kane Hodder.
Kane Hodder, yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
that's
really
that
up there.
it's that level, man, like of just amazingness. And
Yeah.
so, it's so cool, man, because
It is.
I can't wait for Friday, first of all, and then our favorite franchises are interchangeable. Right? Yours is Halloween and Scream. Mine's Scream and Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're gonna have casts from Halloween for your franchise, and then in the same month, I'm gonna have Scream 6 cast members, which is just neat, man. It's like
It is.
it's a cool
What a
time.
Yeah, you just said it exactly the way I was gonna say. It's such a cool time and what a privilege, for us to have these fantastic, actors, actresses, performers, and people in front of and behind the camera to hang out with us and to hang out with all of you amazing viewers and supporters, of our communities. It's just I it's truly like a dream come true. It truly is.
It is.
I would have never thought I would have had these opportunities. Never, ever, ever,
No,
so it's fantastic.
I hear
Um,
you, brother. I feel exactly the same.
yeah, it's just absolutely crazy. Brandon, yeah, I'm so glad that Gory B, who's literally our horror sister, I'm glad that she introduced you to us as well, because it's been fun just to have all these connections with folks in these communities. Seriously, really appreciate it. Scott's in the chat too. What's up, Scott? And Dominic's in the chat. What's going on, Dominic? One of our Patreon members and supporters, longtime supporter, awesome supporter of the community. What's up, brother? Good to see you. And also, why not Ben? What's up? Another one of our Patreon members. What's going on? Good to see you. And May Ann. All right. Good to see you, May Ann. Charlie's in the chat saying, if Radio Silence doesn't come back for Scream 7, how would you feel about Christopher Langdon taking over? It's interesting you say that, Charlie, because we had touched upon this a little bit on the collective yesterday. I'm all for it, because I think Christopher um has a certain
He's got
style
yours.
that I
Yeah,
think
it's up to you.
would fit with Scream. And
Yeah,
I love his other work. Will it happen? That's a good question. It's a
it is a
really
good
good
question,
question.
man.
Yeah, but I'd be all for it. How about you, Steven?
Oh yeah, I would for sure. I would be very interested to see his take on it. I love Happy Death Day and Happy Death
Mm-hmm.
Day 2 among his work, and I thought those
Yep.
were really fun movies. So
Mm-hmm.
seeing him to get a Scream movie that's kind of got a similar vibe as those,
Yeah,
I think it could work.
I do too. I mean,
Yeah,
look, anything is possible, but I will say the
right.
longer we go, and I guess we can start in with some Scream stuff because we're here right now. But I think the longer we go without the announcement, I think the more that it looks as though we're going to have new creatives involved in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm curious, but also a little. I don't want to say nervous because that definitely puts a negative connotation on it. But I just feel like Six did so many great things, and it felt like it was Six felt like what Five should have been, as far as
Oh
the
yeah.
connection that we got with these
Yes,
these characters, specifically
that's
the
right.
core four. And it's kind
That's
of
right.
like, well, if we go into the next movie with some new creatives behind the camera, will we be able to build upon what we got in Six? That's my
Yeah,
that's my
yeah.
fear.
It's true. It's like,
Yeah.
I know we mentioned on the collective a little bit as well, like
Hmm.
regarding writing it. Who's writing the movie? That's the other
Right.
part of it. I mean, I'm real concerned about if we lose James and Guy as writers. I think that could really affect the continuity of things, immensely. And
Yes.
so that's a concern. And losing Radio Silence is a concern too, because they have their way of bringing it to life off the page. I mean, they have their style of their look, their all those things that make them their own style. It's going to be somebody else's coming in that's going to be changing it up. So
Right.
there, I think nervous is a great word, honestly, because I would agree. I am nervous too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can say that, man. I'm a little bit nervous. I hope what they're doing is just delaying the announcement until they can work out a date on filming with Radio Silence, and that's what I'm hoping.
Right. That's what
At
I'm
least let
hoping
him.
too.
Yeah, yeah. I was just gonna finish up by saying, at least bring them back to finish their trilogy, and then move on to
Hmm.
someone after that.
Agreed. Totally
Yeah.
agree. I know I would. I mean, obviously, there's definitely a timetable, and you
Hmm.
do want to strike while the iron is hot, so to speak. But at the same time, there's a balance. You know what you've got right now, and it looks as though that they're starting to heat up as far as making these characters very relatable. At least to me, that's just my feeling.
Yeah.
So it's, do you want to really jeopardize that? I mean, now granted, you could go with another creative team that could do an even better job. That's possible too. But yeah, there's that
It
there's
could
that
be.
nervousness.
And that's the other side of it too. You don't know the unknown. So, they
Right.
could bring someone in that just kills it. Like we're like, "Oh my
Hmm.
gosh, we need these people to stay forever."
That's right.
It's it's just that whole unknown. It could totally go either way, like flipping a coin.
Hmm.
And it's a risk because you at least you know the and I hate to say this because it's not necessarily a negative, but the statement,
Hmm.
the evil that you know,
That's right.
the pain that I'm used to
Hmm.
versus a new one, that
Yep.
kind of thing. And not to say radio silence is evil or a pain, but it's that
I know what you mean.
familiarity. That's what I mean.
Yes, it's true. It's very, very true. I totally agree with you 100%, man. Wayne's in the chat. What's going on, Wayne? And how are you tonight? And how you feeling, Craven? Good to see you, Wayne. Good to
Yeah,
see you.
good to see you guys.
All right. Let's see. Let's
Yeah,
see.
man. I've been
Um,
humming a song, Night.
you've been
I've been humming a song, bro, and it's like been in my mind since before we got live tonight. And I don't
okay.
know, man. I know it's in your repertoire of music collection here, man. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, I'll take a look for it in a second. That's funny, man. I can only imagine. What's up, Denisha? What's up? What's up? And
Hey,
Toronto Freddie, what's up? And Michael, good to see you. Good to see you. And Connie. Connie's in the chat too. What's going on?
nice.
Good to see you. Um, but one thing I also wanted to touch upon too, and again, if
Mhm.
you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them out. We'll try to get to as many as we can. But obviously, super chats go to the front of the line and so forth. And Derek, yes, James G. Courtney on Friday. Check out the link that Val put into the chat. We're
Mhm.
gonna be doing it, man. 6 o'clock. Um, there you go, Steven.
I mean,
I
when you
like
need
that.
it, you need it.
He said, I'll be there. Oh, wait, I am here. Oh my God. All right, let me. I don't know what to say to you sometimes, man. All right, let me let me pull this up. Here we go, man.
Let's do it. Mm. Oh man. So here's my
Oh,
question. When are we
yeah.
gonna do the watch party for Too Scared to Scream where we can hear the 5-minute version of that?
You're right, man. Oh my gosh, we got to do that.
We sure
We have
do.
got to do that. I think we've talked about trying to do that at some point. We got to do that. We got to
Yes.
do it. It is a good movie too, man.
It is a good
It
little
really,
slasher, man. Little whodunit.
can I just say something? If you guys in the chat, you know how we do this thing when we're hanging out, especially with me and Steven. We can go on tangents right and left. But when me and Coriander first watched the movie, it's one of those moments I wish I could have recorded her reaction,
Mm.
because that intro with that song, it is like 5 whole minutes, and it starts off.
Yes.
And first of all, and I'm gonna be honest, and I know she makes fun of me, but I actually do like the song. It's just one of
Yeah.
those things, I love all types of
Yep.
music, and it starts off so like romantic like, and it's so
It
soft in the
does.
beginning, and then it crescendos and stuff. And man, the look on her face was like, what the blankety blank blank are we watching? Because we were watching it to prep for an episode of Slasher
Uh,
Movie Club. And oh my God, it was just so funny, man. Absolutely
I can
hilarious.
dude, I could only imagine just knowing her response now. I could just imagine
Oh,
her like, what is this on the screen? Because it just keeps going.
yes.
It's almost like you're watching a music video or something.
I
It's
know. It does. And all that Ian McShane is doing is putting on the makeup and stuff, and he's like totally committed to it, man.
yes, he is.
Totally committed. I remember the first time, and I still have it recorded. First time I played the clip on a Slasher Movie Club episode, and she and Coriander didn't know I was going to do it. So I played it and started singing it. She's like, "Oh, please stop." And it was just so funny, man. Oh my god. Good
I
times,
love
man.
it. Good
Good
times.
times. Yes. Carrie, what's up? A good friend, the
Hey.
wonderful Carrie Crave Cinema in the chat. What's
All
going
right,
on, Carrie?
Carrie.
All right. Um, Scott was saying, I want 100% agree with I 100% agree with you about Halloween 4 to do a continuation from the fourth movie where Jamie has a family, but Michael comes back to haunt her. She must finish it once and for all. I think that that is a great way for them to do it when Michael comes back, is to continue off of that timeline. You bring in Daniel Harris. She's at the right age to do it, and she's fantastic. I just think that that would be a home run. I really, really do.
It'd be fun, but let me just rabbit trail for a second on that comment because
Yeah.
if we're okay, and I'm saying we just like in general fandom, is the fandom Halloween is okay with starting back to a timeline that we last saw in 90. What was it? Oh, help me out.
Halloween 4
Nine.
was 88.
Okay, 88.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're talking about 30. I don't know, whatever, 35 years, let's say, approximately.
Mm-hmm.
Then that whole argument on the Lethal Collective yesterday about being too long for Stu to come back, no one's gonna know who he is,
I
dude.
know.
Come on, man. If you can't
I
have it both
know.
ways, people, you if someone says they want the Jamie Lloyd timeline to go from 4, I'm okay with that, honestly.
Yeah.
I am. But that same person or people, whoever they are, better say or better not say they have a problem with inserting Matthew Lillard back after all these years. All I got to say, because that is a lot less than 35 years, right? Let me tell you, like almost
Right, right.
10.
I totally agree, and that's why I said, because one thing that Fate was saying, and we love Fate, we love these
Oh,
conversations,
yeah.
but when he was saying that, a lot of people will be confused because they'll say, "Well, wasn't he dead?" Well, that's the same possible thing that people had to deal with Kirby. And granted, yeah, Kirby is not as big of a character in the Scream universe as
Hmm.
Stu. There's no
Yep.
doubt about that, but it's still the same thing, and I think
Yeah.
just like with the Halloween movies, Michael was dead at the end of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We've had
Hmm.
multiple timelines. We've had Jamie Lee Curtis or Laurie Strode being killed, being alive, being a sister, not being a sister. So I think that when people see these movies, just like with comic book movies, when you see a new character play a superhero or it's another story that doesn't necessarily follow in line with the previous movies, people just come to it, and that's the job of the writers, is to have
It
a
is.
movie written in a way where people who may not know all the lore, they can
Hmm.
easily follow it. So absolutely agree with you. Great point.
Yeah.
Absolutely great point. Hey, Jen's in the chat. What's
Hey,
up?
Jen.
Good to see you. All right. And Katie as well. Wow, we got the crew here tonight. What's up, Katie? Oh my
Yeah.
god. And Val, yes, thank you for reminding people, hit the like button. That would be absolutely cool. Jason saying, I will be forever grateful to Craven for introducing me to Unite, Coriander, Gory B, Killjoy Jake, Carrie, Katie, Val, Sarah, Brandon, I like Scary, and so many
Oh
other
my
awesome.
gosh.
It's a family. It's
It
a family.
is. It sure is a family. Well, Jason, I'm grateful too, man. I'm glad you're such a plugged in part of the community, man. You're so faithful. You're
Yes.
on every stream just about, and you're always just so encouraging and leaving comments on our videos as well. So you are a really good example of what it is to be connected. And I appreciate that, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Absolutely agreed. But one thing I also wanted to get into a little bit as well, as far as continuing this conversation with Scream,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of people that have had issues with some of the choices that were made in 6, specifically, who lived, who didn't die, and all these types of things, and what that might mean for 7 and possibly beyond. And I think that that's kind of an interesting, because we both really enjoyed it, but
Mm-hmm.
not saying we want to get all negative, but at least to confront some of the issues that we saw. I thought that would be kind of an interesting thing to get into as well, before we
Yeah.
talk about some of the upcoming horror that we're interested in seeing. What did you think about I guess the choices that Radio Silence made with 6 because, they kept saying, we're willing to risk it all. We're gonna throw everything but the kitchen sink out of the window, and
Mhm.
do you think that they kind of, pulled the rug out from underneath of us with 6 for some of their decisions or what?
Well, let me just say this: if that was risking it all,
Mhm.
I didn't really see many risks as far as like now. I'm speaking more in terms of like body count,
Mhm.
and deaths and
Mhm.
things. Like we saw them take a risk in 5 when they killed Dewey. That was I don't like the move, but it was a big time raising the stakes move.
Yeah.
And so, and I didn't want Gail to die in 6. I'm glad she lived, but as you know, Knight, we talked about how I really felt Mindy was gone. Mindy was going to
Yeah.
go. One of the core 4. I thought it was Mindy, but
Yeah, I
I
did
mean,
too.
yeah, and I kind of still feel like the fact that and I thought Kirby was 50-50 chance
Mhm.
of making it.
Yep.
But here's the thing. I think that because they did not kill any of the core 4 plus Gale and Kirby all made it, all 6 of them made it. It
Mhm.
almost to me took away all of the stakes that they rose up, that they raised in 5. They just completely let them fall back to the ground again
Yeah.
because everyone's safe again now. This was like the biggest complaint from a lot of people.
Yep.
And so I felt like that wasn't risking anything. Now they did take uh some of the risk on the opposite side by, I guess, subverting expectations in terms of who lives, like flip the coin. Because Chad, man, and we've talked, that should have been an iconic death scene that we would be talking
Yeah.
about for a long time. And so, I mean, to me, I guess they've risked it by saying, "Hey, we're going to bring everybody back. We subverted your expectations." Maybe that's what they meant. Like, you're gonna think we're gonna keep killing all these people, but we're not.
Right.
So I guess you could make an argument that's what they meant. But
Mhm.
as far as risking it all, I just never I didn't feel like it really reached that level. But I was happy though with the a lot of the new things that they finally did that were unheard of in the franchise, with the 3 killers and the 2 ghost
Yeah.
face attacking right at the same time,
Mhm.
and the opening reveal where you have someone unmask themselves
Yeah.
after the opening kill. Like those were all big. So those were all pluses for me. But
Agreed.
what do you think, man? Do you feel like they followed through on their promise?
Well, I think it's a yes and a no, because
Yeah.
I do think that they did a lot of great things. There were several times in the movie where I gasped. I
Hmm.
literally was like, you know what I mean? And it was just awesome. And first time things in the franchise and
Yeah.
amazing execution of those things. And plus, like I said, the character development and feeling more relatable to them. I,
Yes.
I I cared about them more. I
Hmm.
thought those were fantastic things. But like you said, the fact that when you really break it down, that no one important got killed, and I'm not
Hmm.
saying that you have to do that, but I mean it is a slasher movie, and you do have all of these characters, and two of which, well, actually four. Oh my god, I just thought about that. Four
Yeah.
that were at least three of them should have. Well, no, two of them definitely should have died. Gail and Chad. Kirby was
Hmm.
up in the air, and Mindy maybe. But the point of it is, everyone's surviving. Like more people
Everyone.
are surviving and Scream than any other horror film of all time. I'm just being facetious, but so that
Isn't
part of it was crazy. When you really sit back and think about it. You know what I mean?
it is,
So I
man.
don't
And
know. It's
I,
it's a pickle.
well, I'll throw a number at you just to think about. So in Scream 1, we had only 4 survivors, and then
Hmm.
Stu, which I believe also survived, of course, but that was off
Yes.
camera. We didn't see that yet. We'll see it later. But for
Hmm.
as far as non-Ghostface characters, let me put it that way, there was only 4 survivors in the movie. In Scream
Hmm.
6, there were 7 survivors, and there was a third killer. They had more
Oh,
killers than any of the other films,
that's right.
but less victims than the other films. Think about that for a second. And I'm
Oh
making the
my
argument,
god.
Knight, that there's a fourth killer. They,
Yes,
I
yes.
really think the clues are there, and I'm giving them benefit of the doubt that that's not lazy or an oversight. And so, if those clues are true, then I believe there could be a fourth killer that's out there that'll be revealed later. But just, I mean, that's interesting when you think about that. First movie, 4 survivors, not including Stu,
Mhm.
2 ghost faces, 6, 3 ghost faces at least, 7 survivors. What, that math
Isn't
does
that
not add up.
crazy? Like, I mean, look, if we were in Vegas, we'd be losing everything.
Oh, heck yeah. You're not
We'd be
kidding. We'd
broke.
we'd be broke.
Don't play the odds because for some reason it
Uh-uh.
goes absolutely in reverse. Um, I totally agree. And also, just to also say, Eric's got his anniversary, and hopefully he'll be joining us in a little bit. So the mayor himself from the Bearded Entertainment,
All right.
5 months as a member, man, and also at our
Ooh.
highest level, which he's just fantastic.
Yes.
He's such a great supporter. He's a great supporter of you as well. We
Yes.
absolutely are so humbled by his generosity. But he's
For sure.
saying, I say if it's more than 2 years to get someone new, I want the creative team to make Scream a priority. I
Mhm.
agree. We shouldn't wait 2 years. We shouldn't
No.
wait 2 years. So, maybe what they need to do, and hey, what's up, Jamie? What they need to do
Hey.
is, maybe say to radio silence, and maybe they have, and maybe they will, or maybe they won't. But if it were me, I would say to radio silence, look, this is the timetable that we got, and
Mhm.
hopefully you guys can meet this timetable, and it's a priority for you because you guys are a priority for us. But if you
Yeah.
can't meet this deadline, we got to go in another direction. So
Right.
that's exactly the way I would do it. If in a perfect world for me, they would come back, and they would come back at least within the next year, at least within the next year to get
Yes.
started production. You know what I'm saying? So we were spoiled with the turnaround between 5 and 6. That
For sure.
that that is not, you can't always expect that, especially with a big time
No.
franchise. So oh
No.
man, too
I
funny.
know, man. Man.
Derek saying, didn't the Jamie Lloyd character die in Halloween 6 with a different actress? So if that storyline is continued, then you have to only acknowledge 4 and
Yep.
5, ignoring 6. You
That's
are
right.
correct.
Very
And
good.
man, when we watched Halloween 6, oh my God. There's a lot of interesting things in it. Uh, Always a special shout out and rest in peace to the late, great Donald Pleasance.
Mhm.
Um, but yes, Jamie Lloyd, the character, did die, and it was a different actress. There was a lot of controversy with that because Danielle Harris wanted to come back, but a lot of things were going on with that behind the scenes. Um, but I don't think we should acknowledge 5 because here's my problem with 5 is that they killed Rachel, and I don't want Rachel to be dead.
Yes.
I think it'd be great to have Ellie Cornell come back and have a little role in this new timeline. And
Mhm.
obviously we can do that because just like with the David Gordon Green trilogy, we've seen that you can ignore sequels, and
Yes, you
so
can.
I think they should follow after 4. That's what I think that they should do.
That would be awesome.
Yes, yes. Hey, Twisted Pictures, what's going on? Twisted Pictures, I know is
Hey.
here, waiting to talk some Saw.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, Two boys saying, I think Amber is alive still and helped Quinn lift Gail's boyfriend through the window.
Oh, no.
Oh my God. Hey, let me ask you this. And I know we were talking Scream 6, but just to kind of backpedal to 5.
Okay.
Um, and I don't know how many times you've seen 5. I've seen it a
I
handful of times
I
now.
think around 10, or no, I'm probably about 12 now, 12, 13
Yeah.
times.
What is your feeling on Amber as a ghost face killer? Because I've kind of warmed up to her.
I think maybe as a killer, like, not as a character, because I
Mhm.
cannot stand her character.
I
I
know.
I just don't. I don't like any of the scenes she's in. I don't like her, her personality as a character.
Mhm.
I just,
Very abrasive.
very abrasive, sharp, cold, rude, brash,
Mhm.
all that, all those adjectives. which I
Yes.
just naturally turns me off in people anyway. And
Yeah.
so I don't like those kind of characters. Now, when she's got the mask on and she's chopping, then that's pretty good. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. And then and in the very end in the house,
Yeah.
she does play crazy really well. I'll give her credit for that.
Yes.
Yeah, she does in the
I
kitchen, the
agree.
whole the scenes and all that. And so, but she is like probably still. Oh, yeah, she's probably still my least favorite Ghostface in the franchise.
Ooh, I now see. I didn't know that. She's
Yeah.
below Charlie.
Oh man, that's okay. Now see, that's how memorable Charlie is. I already forgot about him.
Oh
Uh,
my god,
okay.
that reaction was great, man. Oh my god.
That might be last A and last B. So like,
Oh my god.
yeah, those are pretty rough. Those are both really rough. I'll say this about Amber though, she
Yeah.
has more personality than Charlie.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
is
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. I
So
loved it
maybe
at the
go ahead, go ahead.
at the end in the kitchen, man. Well, and once she revealed, I think she was fantastic
That
at
was
that
good.
point. And I
Yes.
even loved her small little bit in the kitchen with Gail and Sydney. And no, 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 no. I was just a
Mhm.
kid. I was radicalized. Da, 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 I'm a
Yes.
stupid kid. And like I was thinking to myself, I wish I had more of that. I wish
Yeah.
she had a little bit more time to let us have
Mhm.
those moments. When you think about, and again, no one's gonna beat 96, but you think about the reveal in 96, not only the amount of time after the reveal that we had left in the movie, but how much, how much dialogue that they gave to Billy and Stu.
Yes.
Two
A lot.
killers. you
Yeah.
know so it was
Yep.
like, it's too bad that we didn't get more from Amber. Richie, obviously Jack Quaid is fantastic, so
Oh yeah.
he had enough interaction and dialogue, but I wish we had some more from Amber, no doubt about that.
Yeah, that might have helped me move her up a little bit and
Mhm.
but I have to say, man, Charlie and her are neck and neck for that. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I might edge her. Oh my gosh, just a hair, like the nose of the horse over the finish line above Charlie.
There you go.
I'll think about that one next time because they're not
I
my favorite.
agree, man.
Yeah, I just well, I'll think about it. I have to think about that. Kills me not to put her
I
in
love
last
it.
place because I
I
just
love it.
can't stand the character. But yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
And Val, thank you so much for putting the link down. Yeah, we're going to be back on Thursday morning. So, folks that are, kind of hanging around at home, or maybe on a break at work and they got their coffee or a donut or whatever, we'll be able to hang out
yeah,
and have some fun, man. And
awesome.
Steven, you're too funny. Let's get to 50 likes. You're
Let's
right. Get it
go.
up. Get it
We
up.
can do it.
Oh my God. Two boys saying, how does the script change if radio silence can't do it? Will the new director share their vision? Well, that's kind of what we were talking about too. Um, to me, they should at least align somewhat with the vision to make 7 flow from 6. You get what I'm saying? Like, if it's too different, I think that would be very jarring, and I wouldn't want to see that. So hopefully, if they get new creatives, hopefully they will be somewhat similar, in line with what we saw in Scream 6. I think that'd be the smart way to do it. That would be the smart way to do it. Um, let's see. Scott saying, "Hey, Knight, I do believe Stu was, but the ghost face that attacked Sydney at the movie studio in Scream 3, and I do believe he was involved with the events in Scream 4. It could be, and that's what we're hoping to find out. And I think 7 is the movie where hopefully we will find out. If this is how I look at it, if he's not in 7, I think the chances of him returning drastically go down. Drastically go down. So, Jen saying, unfortunately, I'll be missing the stream on Thursday morning. I have to see a third orthopedist about this tumor they found in my arm. Oh, Jen, I'm so sorry. Well, we'll be here thinking about you, sending a lot of love and prayers. So definitely let us know how you're doing. And ooh, Steven's back. Hey,
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 hospital internet, gotta love it.
hey, man. I know what it's all about, man. Internet can be, it's like a gift and a curse.
It
Ju-
is.
Justin saying, hey guys, love the show. Just got finished watching the new Evil Dead movie. What are you guys' thoughts on the movie? I loved it. I loved it. It was a fun time. Um, I'm a big Evil Dead fan, and I think they did the franchise a lot of justice. I think Alyssa Sutherland, who was the lead character, I think that she was just absolutely. Listen, she was fantastic in every single scene she was in. She was scary, she was creepy, she was brutal. Before she turned into a deadite, she was a really interesting mother and a loving mother, but also a mother that's struggling with life, as we all do to certain degrees. So I think that Alyssa Sutherland, in particular, I absolutely loved her in this movie. It was a fun time, really, really was.
I haven't seen it
Um,
yet, man.
yeah, okay.
Gotta wait till it
Well,
hits streaming.
yeah, are you gonna be planning on checking it out?
I probably will. It's something that probably I would honestly that kind of movie. I'm not. I never been a big Evil Dead fan, franchise fan. Like I like. I've seen them all up to this point, but
Mhm.
I like Army of Darkness. It's my still my favorite. But
Yeah.
I would be more prone to watch that like with you or in a watch party
Mhm.
scenario where there's a group of folks and we're all watching it together. I kind of like versus me on my own just watching it. I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, probably
Well,
won't.
watch parties are so much fun, man, because when you have that reaction from
Hmm.
people and it's a group thing, it's a great social hangout. It really, really is,
It
man.
is. It's
It
so
is.
fun, and even if you're watching a movie that isn't the best, you guys can still enjoy it because of the company you're with. It's like
That's right.
doesn't it softens the blow than when you're just by yourself and you rent a movie.
Mhm.
You pay $5 on Amazon and you're like, okay, I'm gonna watch this, and I'm watching it. And
That's
I'm
right.
like, oh man, 45 minutes in, it's like, oh, did I really just waste $6? I mean, oh, this is brutal. I'll finish it later, which
Right.
may or may never happen. And
Yeah.
but at the same time, that same movie, if I'm in a watch party like with you and other folks, it doesn't matter as much. It's just like I'm
Right.
enjoying the time together, and it does make a big difference, man.
It
Yeah.
does, man. I absolutely agree with you. But yeah, I thought it was a great movie. If I could, I'd see it again. Who knows? I might get a chance to. But it was a
Yeah.
lot of fun, Justin. Seriously. What's up, Ronan? Ronan's
Hey,
in
Ronan.
the chat. All right. And let's see. I just want to make sure I'm caught up. I think I'm caught up to just about everyone. Um, and Kyle's in the chat too. What's up, Kyle? Saying, I wonder if Danny could be the ghost face who got away. Um, we've we've
Mm,
we've talked about that.
let
Look,
me. Okay,
look,
go ahead.
he
No, go
had
ahead. Night.
he had some suspicious moments. That's all I want to say.
That's a
He
good way to
really did.
say it. Now that's a good way to say it. And I was like, I'm gonna tease my next video because I literally have I've got all of my stuff together. I just have to record it now. And
Mm-hmm.
so if I have enough energy later tonight before I go to bed, I'm gonna try to get it uploaded for tomorrow morning. And
Mm-hmm.
the video night, the reason I bring it up is it connects with that comment is that the video is titled "My Top Four." Well, I'm not sure the exact title yet, but maybe it's my top four unrevealed Ghostface suspects for Scream 6.
Okay.
And so I'm going to give you four. And
Mm-hmm.
I will just tell you that Danny, I'll tease this, Danny is on that list somewhere for me.
Ooh. Okay. All
And
right.
I'll give the reasons why I think that.
All
But,
right. I love it. I love it. I love it. Uh, and Val saying she's not crazy about Scream 4, didn't care for the motive,
oh,
but Jill was straight up crazy.
oh,
Yeah, she
Jill's
was.
brilliant.
Yeah, she was. She's one of my favorite Ghostface killers, man. You're
Me
welcome,
too.
Jen. You're welcome. Uh, oh, Melissa, I hope you feel better soon. Pulling a muscle, yeah. I
Ow.
that's never any fun. Never, never.
Yeah.
Fluff's in the
Dang.
chat. What's up?
Hey.
What's up? You're gonna get a chance to meet Alyssa. Wow, that is so cool, man. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. That's awesome. Kudos to you.
Yeah.
Man saying Knight and Craven's membership watch parties are the best. We have fun with you guys. We really, really do. You guys
We
make it
do.
fun. No
Yep.
doubt. Ginger Ninja in the chat. What's up, brother? Good
Hey,
to see you.
Ninja.
Good to see you. Two Boys saying thoughts on Parker Posey wanting to come back in the franchise and the guy from Dawson Creek. Well, okay, let's talk about that. But before we talk about that, let's bring in our good friend, the mayor himself, Eric, the Bearded Entertainment. What's up,
Hey,
man?
buddy.
Hey,
Hey, there he
buddy.
is. Hey,
This is
man.
gonna be fun.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. I've been listening, but I've been driving, taking care of stuff. I move really soon, so it's been a bit hectic. But I wanted to jump on and talk about this. I honestly had no clue what we're actually going to be talking about from the title of the stream. So I'm like, let's see what we're talking about. And yeah, it's a good topic. Good topic. I
Yeah.
got things to share.
All right. Well, Two Boys was saying, and actually, before we answer that, Two Boys, I just want to say also, Jamie, oh my gosh, thoughts and prayers to you. Thoughts and prayers. But the silver lining, you'll get your singing voice back. Ooh.
Oh,
You've got a great singing
okay.
voice. All right.
Wow. Maybe
Very,
we need to
very
get
cool.
Jamie singing "I'll Be There" version when she gets healed up.
Yes. And oh my God, she would do that. That would be so cool. All right, Jamie.
I'm giving you a
We'll have
task, Jamie.
possibly going to plan for that. But always thoughts and prayers and love for you, Jamie.
Yes.
But now, Eric, and I know you probably got a really interesting thought on this. Two Boys was saying, what are our thoughts on Parker Posey wanting to come back to the franchise? And also talking about, I assume we're talking about Joshua Jackson.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. What do you think of that, Eric?
Okay, I probably have a different opinion on this. I don't want people coming back to be the Hook. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be something where it's a gimmick. When they brought Billy back, like, it serves the story. It's a visual depiction of Sam's like declining mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes sense to me. They brought Kirby back. It served the story. Like, it made sense that she would be there. Like, it was written well. I don't want them to just bring back characters willy-nilly as a gimmick. And Parker Posey's character is dead. Like, she was stabbed, and didn't Dewey also shoot her when he shot the mirror?
I don't think so, man. I think it was above her, if I remember right.
I think so.
I think it was because he was aiming high, so that I think on purpose, because he didn't know where she was at in the mirrors at the time. Remember, he was just like trying to. So I think he's like aiming upward like this. But
okay, well, I mean, at the very least, she was stabbed a couple times before. Before she fell through the mirror. But I didn't see any indication of life from her, in my opinion. So, like, I don't think she should come back. In my opinion, there's like one character aside from Kirby who should come back, and I know who that is. Everyone knows who that is. But
I have a hunch.
And if they start bringing back characters like that, it'll feel old to do it again, which is why I don't think they're gonna do. If we're tying this back into 6, it's why I never thought Danny would be in on it, because then they would be doing the love interest literally 2 movies in a row. And I'm like, you can't overuse these things or else it'll get stale. In terms of Joshua Jackson, sure, bring him back, but did he really play a major part in the movie? Like, is that character worth re-exploring?
Right.
Because then it would be taken away from time with the other characters.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And if anything, with this next movie, I want them to at least stay at the same level of character development for our main characters that they had in 6. I don't want them to do what they did in 5, because I just felt in 5 I didn't get a chance to really get to know all the characters as much as I wanted to. I mean, other than Sam, of course, because she's the lead. But I think in 6 they did such a great job of giving us more Tara and more of a feeling of this core 4 and the twins and so forth. So I agree with you. Core 4.
Core
Steven's
4,
turn.
baby. Yeah,
That's
thank you,
right.
Knight.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm kind of much with you guys pretty much. I think Joshua Jackson, sure, I don't have a problem with it, and like I said, you could make a case for, especially you can make a case now that radio silence has basically blown the roof off of what it takes to die in a movie. You could literally like make a plausible case for any of these characters almost in the previous films that were just stabbed. I mean, you could bring Sarah Darling back, one stab in the
Yes.
back. I mean, we could make a list of characters if we all thought about it that were stabbed once or twice and died.
Hmm.
And so, but Radio Silence has themselves to blame for that because
Yes.
it gives us as fans, I think, the freedom. Of course, there's always freedom. We say what we want, but it gives us
Hmm.
more of a ground or footing to have
Mm.
conversations like this, like Parker Posey and others, because they've proven you can get stabbed 17, 18 times in a movie in the upper
Mhm.
torso area, puncturing lungs, everything, and you can survive that, guys. So
That's right.
they completely changed the DNA of what it is to die in a Scream film now.
Hmm.
Think
Yeah.
about that. Fundamentally.
That's very true. Yeah.
But do you
Absolutely.
think they'll retroactively implement that though? Because like that's for their characters.
Mhm.
Obviously, we've seen Chad. Chad is now, I think, between the two movies, 23 times he's been stabbed.
Dang, man.
Dude.
He's
Yeah,
like a
he was
human
stabbed. He was stabbed
pincushion.
six times in part 5. Once in the
Yeah.
leg, then 5 times in the rib, like where the lungs are. Like he was
I
stabbed,
know.
and then in this one, another 17 times everywhere.
Oh, come on
And
now.
that's why when people compare him to Dewey, I'm like, it's not the same. Dewey said himself he was stabbed 9 times over
9
a
times.
25-year period.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
Chad has been stabbed 23 times
In a
over
year.
2 movies.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's a 1-year timeline.
1 year time.
Yes.
Talk
Yeah, 'cause
about scar tissue.
I don't even think it's been a full year because Tara said we moved here 6 months ago. So it's been
No.
6 months since they left Woodsboro. So I don't even think it's been a full year. But they do that for their characters. But I mean, I don't think they would retroactively do that to someone Wes has made dead.
Man, I don't know
Agreed.
though, Eric, because think about it. It's their prerogative though, right? Because they're as the writers and directors. I mean, you could be right, but I'm just saying like they could if they get in a meeting room and say, guys, what do you think about this character? Well, we brought Kirby back. She was
Mhm.
stabbed twice in the stomach. They
Yeah.
brought her back. So, and granted, I know that Wes always intended her to come back, and I know all that. It's true. But I'm just saying, a lot of people still thought she was dead, including Kevin Williamson. He didn't want to bring her back.
That's
But
right.
Wes was going to override him anyway. But I don't know. We've seen him do it with Kirby. We got one example, but I mean, one stab, guys. Look at Angelina. Of course, you guys know about Angelina. That's a whole other rabbit trail. I think she's
Mhm.
alive, but I'm just thinking, like, I mean, I don't know the answer to that, Eric. I think none of us really know for sure. You may be right. They may say let's leave Wes's characters, but they did it with Kirby, so I don't know, man. I think like this: if they get in a writing room, they're given complete authoritative power to write what they want, and
Mhm.
then see if it gets approved. And then I don't know.
That's
That's fair
true.
enough.
I've always viewed it as this, and you all can let me know if you view it differently. But from what I've observed, obviously they've done some different things with the franchise in their 2 movies, which you're 100% right. It's their franchise now. They can do what they want with it. But from what I've seen is that they're doing stuff their way, but while still respecting what Wes did and what he planned to do, because everyone knows it was Wes' plan to bring back Kirby. Everyone knew
right.
that. So them bringing her back, while it was their decision to do so, we knew Wes was going to do it too. So that's respecting what Wes was going to do. But I don't think they're gonna. I viewed it as they're doing new things while not disrespecting what Wes did. If you all have examples, and I might have missed something that could point to that. To the otherwise, I'd love to hear them, but I just feel like, if I'm being honest, I don't want to give Radio Silence carte blanche with the franchise, because they could do some crazy stuff that I don't want to see happen. So
good point, man. Good point.
Yep.
And also, and you're welcome, Jamie, by the way, you're welcome. And Ginger Ninja had said, I love this, epic beard on the Bearded Entertainment. That's right. That's absolutely right. And by the way, Eric, congratulations and happy anniversary. And bro, I mean, the level of support, I mean, at the horror guru level, I have absolutely no words, but thank you. Thank you so much for your support and friendship, man. Seriously.
Yeah, man.
You're very, very welcome.
No doubt about that. And Bullet's in the chat too, saying evening, gents and everyone. Good to see you, Bullet. Also one of our channel members. All right. And our good friend and moderator, Denisha, saying, Night and Craven, I have a question. Have you seen the new Blue Beetle yet? I saw the trailer for it.
I have not seen the trailer.
Yeah.
I thought it looked really fun. Yeah, I forget what movie. I saw the trailer in the theater ahead of some movie I was seeing. Maybe it's Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
but it looks really fun. It looks really fun.
Yeah, I totally think it's going to be a fun one. Jason said, "Come on, Eric. Chad was only stabbed 12 times in Scream 6."
I thought it was more than 12. Are you sure?
Oh no, it's definitely more than 12 because he gets stabbed once before he's thrown to the ground, or no, like once when he's about to hit him, and then both ghost faces come in. And I'll give you this, Jason. You can't see some of the stabs because the camera is looking at Tara and Sam. But if you listen and count them, there's 17 altogether.
I thought it was 17. Yeah,
that's what I thought too. Yeah.
Like if you listen and count, there's 17.
Well, and as Joel from Scream 2 once said, whatever it is, the guy in the union shouldn't be in the union no more.
Oh, I love that, bro. That's great.
But that's the thing. Like Chad still is. That's the crazy part. He is.
I know. Let's go, Stu, baby. Stu's train. It's time.
Hey, man, it keeps the tunnel keeps getting brighter and brighter for his return. The possibilities, man. Val, thanks for putting the link to the merch store in the chat. You rock. You absolutely rock. Well, guys, what I wanted to also do, and we'll be all over the place anyways, but some of the things we're looking forward to as far as upcoming horror, if you guys got anything that comes to mind, let's kind of run down a couple of those thoughts for a quick minute or two. How about you, Steven? You got anything that's coming up that you're looking forward to or interested in?
Yes, actually, I'll give maybe a couple, then we'll spread it around. And I have a few that I would like I can talk about, but I have to start with, because it's my man Matthew Lillard, Five Nights at Freddy's, coming out the week of Halloween. And it's supposed to drop in theaters and on Peacock simultaneously, like Halloween Ends did. And so I have to start there. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be a crazy movie. And I don't know how much of Matthew's going to be like, because I know these are animatronics, these 4 animatronics. And I'm not familiar with the game. So you guys have to understand, I've never played the game. So his character is a villain. I know that. And what I don't know, though, is he in costume, or so we're going to just hear him? Or is he, do you guys know much about his role?
I don't know too much about his role yet. I really don't. I wish I did.
Yeah. I don't know too much about that franchise. I saw there was like a kind of a clone of it with starring Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Called I forget what it's called, but Willy Wonderland. But I think Five Nights is going to be a much bigger production. But I don't know anything. That's something that I've since I don't know anything about it, I haven't looked into it at all. So that's going to be one of the few movies I go into knowing nothing about it.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, I like it. I like going in blind like that.
Me too.
When I think of some.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. I
No, I
didn't
was
cut
just
you off.
saying, going in blind, man, sometimes that can be some of the most fun experiences that you can have, or at least for me, I can have. Like when I went into Smile, I was pretty blind, or
Mm.
Barbarian, or
Oh,
X, or
buh,
Pearl.
buh,
Buh, buh.
X
buh,
and
buh.
Barbarian are huge examples because like we even watched the trailers for those, but the trailers didn't give you anything.
Right, right.
But Smile had an additional benefit for me. It wasn't that I didn't know anything; it's that I thought it was going to be terrible. Like
Yeah.
seeing the trailer, I'm like, okay. I literally was like, it looks okay, but it looks kind of like they're using a Snapchat filter smile thing. But then I went in, I was like, this is great. Like,
Yeah, man.
oof.
Sosie Bacon, man. Holy
Mm.
crap, man. My fingers have been crossed since I've seen that movie that we will get more of her in some horror thrillers because she
Oh
was
yeah.
just so great. She's really
Yes.
cool too, man. I've seen her on interviews, and she's big on social media, especially with Kevin Bacon, her dad, and oh man, she's really cool. I really hope to see more of her soon, man, because she was so great in Smile. Oh my god.
Mm. One thing that makes me sad about they announced Smile 2
Mm-hmm.
is going to happen, but of course we're not going to see her.
Mm.
Unfortunately, she won't be in it,
Mm-hmm.
which is sad. So
Right?
whoever the leading character is has got some big shoes to fill in that movie.
Yes. Oh
Mm,
yes. No doubt. No doubt.
man.
Wayne, I'm glad that you were able to get your hoodie successfully sent all the way to Australia. That's awesome.
Yay.
Ronan saying, I think I'm going to order me one of those sweet Nightwatch Zone hoodies. Yeah,
Do it.
bro.
Do it. Do
Yeah,
it. Do
man.
it.
And make sure you send me a picture. I'd love to, put that out on social media or something, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Denisha, for putting links in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. I think I'm all caught up with everyone here, and you guys are talking about some of the movies that you're looking forward to. Eric, do you have any, or Steven, did you have any other ones that you were looking forward to that you
Uh
wanted to talk about?
yeah, I mean I could throw out a couple more and then I'll give you guys a chance. I don't want to hog up all the time, but I
Yeah.
have to say, and it's already on the thumbnail of the video tonight, but Saw X.
Hey.
I'm so ready for this movie, and I don't
Yeah,
know anything about
baby.
it. Right? There's no leak. They're not sharing anything. We know Kevin Gruder's directing it, who did Saw 6 in 3D, and also
Yes.
was the editor of several of the Saw movies
Yes.
as well. He's helming it. We know Tobin Bell is back,
Yeah.
and it's coming out October 27th again, Halloween. I just wonder, is it a prequel? Are we doing some kind of a prequel, or is it going to be a new antagonist that maybe you knew him and they're
Well,
going to show like flashback scenes, maybe?
from what I understand, and as far as I know, this is what it's going to be. And unless it was you know, wrong information, but it's going to take place in between Saw. I don't know if it's between Saw 1 and 2 or between Saw 2 and 3. So in other words,
Ooh,
they're gonna
okay.
rewind, which
All right.
obviously makes sense because after 3, John Kramer was was dead,
Yes.
and so
Yes.
was Amanda, played by Shawnee Smith, who's supposed to be in Saw X as well. And by the way, it is going to be called Saw X. They revealed that at I think it was
Mhm.
CinemaCon. They revealed the logo, and it will be called Saw X. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
It just looks so cool, the logo and everything. But yeah, I'm excited for it too, man. I'm really excited for it. No doubt at all. No doubt.
Yeah. And it's all coming up October, so like the end of the year stuff coming up, you know?
Right? I
It's like,
know. I
dude.
know. October is going to be crazy, man. This
Ooh.
community is going to be lit.
Yeah.
Gonna
This
be
stuff
lit.
is lit.
That's right.
Oh no.
And look, we've got another anniversary. Our good friend, the wonderful Val, the spicy general herself, 11 months.
Ooh, that's
11
great.
months. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. It's been such an amazing time getting to make some amazing memories with some truly special, truly amazing people. Can't wait to see what this year brings for all of you. Um, have I said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, the shape will be here. I love that. Thank you so much, Val. You rock. You're
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. We all love you. We all love you. Um, Eric, how about you? Do you have any upcoming movies that have been on your radar that you're looking forward to?
I do, and there are three that I knew Steven wouldn't say because they're not his type of movies. Um, uh, Conjuring, Last
Yes,
Rites,
Last Rites.
super excited. Um, Insidious, The Red Door,
Mm.
There it
and
is.
oh man, I am so excited. I love all the Insidious movies, even
Whew.
The Last Key, which didn't get much love.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really loved it. That's another one that the timeline is really strange with it because
Mm-hmm.
it just goes odd. It's like movie, then a sequel, then a prequel, then a sequel
Yes.
to the prequel. And
Oh,
it's just
wow.
an interesting timeline. But this we're finally going back, and this is a full on sequel to the original story with all the
Mm,
all the actors from the first one coming back, and oh man, I'm just super excited about it.
yeah.
And then also from the Conjuring franchise, we're getting the Nun 2. So
Yes.
I'm and that's something I think is so underrated about the Nun is how it ties the ending of the Nun ties directly into the opening of the first Conjuring movie.
Yes. I so
And
agree with you.
Hmm.
like I think it's so overlooked how well they have that universe flowing. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
really excited to see what they do with I assume it's still going to be Valak in the Nun too.
From
Um,
what I yep. Mm-hmm.
but I haven't seen much about it other than the fact it's coming out this year and so I'm really excited about those three.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt at all. I totally agree. And real quick, wow, this is an absolute wow. Ronan, thank you so much. Ronan just became a channel member, stepping back into this. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, man.
Nice.
Really appreciate you. As you know, Ronan has been just so supportive in the community and specifically here on the Nightwatch Zone. We've had some fantastic times with watch parties, and I know he absolutely loved it when we were doing our Stephen King watch parties. And it was so cool hearing him, watching some movies that he had never got a chance to see. And I always love when people get a chance to see some new things, and you almost can like live vicariously through them with that. So thank you so much, man. We really appreciate you. And look, let's play something for you, Ronan. Much love, brother. You're always amazing. This one's for you. Here we go.
Bring that fat ass over here.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh, man.
I've
It's
missed
been a
that
while,
clip
dude.
so much. I've missed
I
that
know.
clip so much.
I did
Oh.
too, man. That was great. when I first played that and Steven's reaction, it
Dude.
was like it was amazing because when for you guys in the chat, when we play a clip as the host, when you play a clip, you can see the panel guests and the look on Steven's face, like it was multiple things at once. One of them was shock. One of them was like
Yes.
kind of like, what the heck is this? It was just great. It was absolutely
Yes.
great. But I love that clip, man.
And I have to comment every time I see that clip, the guy has excellent technical singing. What's it called?
Technique.
Form. Yeah, technique, form. How he opens his mouth and how he. I mean, it's seriously, it's how you're technically trained to sing. And my mom was a vocal teacher, man. I used to remember as a kid, she'd be teaching vocal lessons like all afternoon to people. And I would hear her in there saying, open wider. And I'm like, when I see that, it just takes me back, dude.
That is awesome, man.
Oh.
Ronan, thank you so much. We appreciate you, man. We really, really do. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Jen's looking forward to Dylan's new nightmare. Me too. Me too. No doubt. Two boys looking forward to Brett's movie, The Shape of Halloween. No doubt about it. We are too, man.
Absolutely.
No doubt at all. And Val, thank you so much for putting the link in. This Friday is going to be lit. We will have The Shape here with us, talking with us, and talking with you guys live. I still can't even believe it, man. I'm
Wow.
gonna be like a kid in the candy store. He's such a cool guy and so humble and down to earth. That's what makes it even better. He's such a friendly dude. He really, really is.
That's
Wow.
great.
Yeah, I've seen some of his Zoom interviews, and he's just so chill and
Yeah.
like, yeah, he seems like he's as much a fan and like he just loves what he does so much. It's just like you
Yes.
can't help but smile when you talk to him about it because you're like, this dude just loves being the Shape as much as I love watching him being the Shape.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and he's very cerebral. I don't want to ruin it, but he's very cerebral about how he approached it and
Yes.
how the responsibility he felt. It's like, dude, this is what we needed for so many years in that franchise, is people to feel the responsibility and try to honor the best parts of this franchise, and he was up to the task, no doubt at all. um our good friend Eric from Hey Internet Eric here in the chat. What's up, bro? He's saying I'll be around Friday for sure. Thanks, man. You know I love you. You're amazing. And yeah, we're gonna have a blast, bro. And he's saying, Steven, looking good. Hope you're doing a lot better, bud. Yeah, he is.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Val saying, how I missed skinny naked dude. Oh my god. And Bullet has an anniversary as well. 7-month anniversary. All
Oh,
right.
nice.
It's too bad StreamYard doesn't give you these automatically. I
know.
wish StreamYard did, but saying shameless anniversary plug to elicit some Mr. T clip. P.S. Thanks for all the amazing content night. Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate you, man. Absolutely. Thank you for the support and always being here with us in the chats. We appreciate that more than anything else because it really helps to make what we do good. It really, really does. Okay, let's play a little Mr. T. Here we go.
Treat her right, treat your mother right. Treat her right, treat her right. Treat her right, treat your mother right. Treat her right, treat her right.
M is for the moan and the miserable groan from the pain that you felt when I was gone.
There
Wow.
it is.
Wow.
God. It just doesn't get old, man. It really, really doesn't. Oh my goodness. Ronan coming in with a super chat. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. $5 super chat. Saying so
Nice.
happy to see memberships are back. I never wanted to lose mine. Well, thank you so much, man. Seriously, we appreciate the support so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey Eric. What were you gonna say?
I have a question. It's not horror related, but it is Mr. T related.
Sure.
So, and I know you're a fan of Rocky / Creed franchise. I just want to know your thoughts. I saw something the other day. Someone said the next Creed needs to somehow include a Clubber Lang related storyline. Do you think like that could work, and like how it could work?
Well, I mean, I definitely think they could find a way to do it. Maybe they could make it make sense. Well, they could, but personally, for me as a fan, I don't need it, because they already kind of went down that road with Drago, and his son. So we don't really need to, kind of like what you were saying about, shoehorning characters, you know what I mean, and making it like, some type of basically like a circus, let's just go with some good stories, man.
Yeah, and they I thought they included Drago's storyline absolutely like magnificently. Like
They
the
did.
way they incorporated it in there, and that ending, man, kills me. And I love that he showed up in Scream in Creed 3 as well as like an equal. Like there's that mutual respect was there, and I absolutely love it. Oh my god, that was sorry.
Well, and it was
I just saw Mr. T.
It was also organic too, because obviously Drago killed Apollo. So that makes sense for his storyline to have some type of, importance in a Creed movie. You know what I mean? So, but whereas Clubber Lang, and I love Mr. T, don't get me wrong, but we don't need that. We just don't. Yeah.
That's what I thought too. I was just when I saw Mr. T, I was like, oh, I know Knight likes Rocky and Creed. Like, what are his thoughts? So I want to throw that out there. I don't want to interrupt the horror stream, but I was like, let me see.
Hey man, you guys know. I mean, I love all types of movies. I could talk about anything. That don't get me going. Jason, that's the one thing I've enjoyed. Night is all the new films you've introduced. For me, Deep Red was such an incredible discovery. I will never be able to not see the villain in the beginning now. Deep Red is fantastic. You're welcome, Jason. Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, you haven't?
I still haven't seen it.
Me either.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's a great one. That's an Argento classic. Oh my gosh.
Is it a good whodunit? Like, is it real?
Yes.
Is it a mystery? Oh, man.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a movie. It's definitely universally considered one of his best. You know, and I think it's a great movie. It's so atmospheric. It's a great example of an Italian slasher. You know, it really is. Jamie said it does appear that Mr. T pulls that mic out of his backside. I love it. Oh my God. But no, I mean, I agree with everything you guys have been saying for movies coming up. And as we start to wind down here, one thing that I'm also really glad to see that is finally kind of off the ground is Final Destination 6. Like, it looks like it's finally going to happen. Like, we've been talking about it for years. They've had a lot of different ideas, and you know, they were hoping to start it, but now it looks like that the production is officially, you know, moving forward. So I'm absolutely excited about that. I love the Final Destination movies. The whole franchise for me is a fun franchise, and it's always been the type of franchise that I can see having, a long-standing road, because you can go in so many directions, so I'm happy to see that it's happening, and I can't wait for it. That's one of my biggest things and also The Nun too. Like you said, Eric, I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do with The Nun too, man. I'm like really curious. No doubt at all.
Yeah, I love the way. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Eric. Go ahead, man.
I was going to say, I love the way the last Final Destination ended. That's another one that just connects to the first movie so well. Like, when they realize what plane they're on, I'm like, oh my God. That was literally a mind blown moment for me, because I had no clue that was going to happen. And maybe other people saw it coming. I didn't even connect the dots. And when you see Devon Sawa freaking out, I was like, oh no.
Right?
Dude, I love that so much. And that's a franchise that literally sticks with people. Like, I don't know anyone who doesn't see a logging truck on a road and immediately think, let's just move over a little bit.
Let me move over. Yes.
Heck yeah, man.
That's right. I love
and as long as there's inventive ways to kill people, then they can make another Final Destination movie. Because death literally lasts forever.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. It's a great franchise, man. It is a great franchise.
Think we'll get like some voiceover from Tony Todd?
I wish.
Oh, I
wish. I will say the one thing that, and I've watched all 5 of those movies so many times. We covered them on the channel. We ranked them and everything. But the one thing I wish they did, I wish they could have leaned into Tony Todd a little bit more, just a little bit more. And I know that, they have a big story to tell and many characters, and there's a lot of death scenes that we got to do. But I just wish we could have leaned into him a little bit more in the movies, because obviously he's a legend. His presence, as soon as he starts talking, it's like, mic drop. Whatever you want to say, bro. I don't care. Just talk, because you just command the screen. You command the moment. But I'd be all for it if there's a voiceover or some type of, if he has a presence in the movie. I'd love it. I
mean, he's only on screen 2-3 minutes in the movies, but he just commands the screen when he's on it. I mean, I'd love if we got something. I know he wasn't fully in the newest Candyman movie, so I don't know if he'd be up for like being on screen. I was just thinking
Yeah.
like his voice as soon as you hear it. So like a voiceover thing would be cool at least.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. No
Yes.
doubt, no doubt. Ronan saying, what about Friday 13th? Man, look, I can't wait for Friday 13th. And Crystal Lake, specifically, from what I've been hearing, there's a lot of good things going on. Adrienne King is involved in it, and she's given some little insights here and there, especially on her social media. I'm excited, man, because it really seems like this is going to be something that is going to be good. I mean, they've got a game plan beyond the first season, so it looks like they've got it mapped out. They got a roadmap. I love it. They've got access to the whole franchise. They've got access to everything. So this is not just going to be a quote unquote prequel story leading up to the events of the original Friday 13th. They can do whatever they want, and I'm all for it, man. I am absolutely all for it. It can't get here soon enough.
Yeah, man.
It really, really can't.
I'm excited about it too.
Oh my gosh.
Are you
Hey,
going to do
Night-
like a weekly review on that? Do we know if it's going to be all released, like if it's going to be like a Netflix drop, or do you think it's going to be like a weekly release schedule?
I'm not sure. I would
I
think
don't know.
I would think chances are it might be weekly. I think the chances are that it'd probably be weekly versus dropped all at once, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, yeah, we're going to be talking about it for sure, no doubt. No
See, my problem
doubt.
with weekly is I can't watch weekly shows. Like me and like and cliffhangers. I'm the same way with episodic shows. Like I will not watch any of them until they're all available. That way I can go through the entire story. But the problem is then I gotta mute that on like all social media so I don't see spoilers.
Yeah.
So that's why I prefer like a Netflix style. You drop it all at once. That way you can, and people don't, I mean, making time for like one sit down to watch the whole thing is easy. So versus if it's a weekly thing, you got to worry about spoiling it for people on the other side, not just having it spoiled, but just offhand, like making a video and talking about it. So
that's right.
It's going to be a rough one if it's a weekly release. I'm definitely fingers crossed for a dropping all at once.
Yeah. Yep.
That'd be awesome.
Trick or Treat was saying that too. That it's usually weekly. So
Peacock does usually weekly. That's right. Yep, that's kind of their norm. But fingers crossed.
That's right, man.
But
no doubt.
Night, I got to mention a couple other movies real quick. I know we're wrapping up, but since no one's brought it up on this stream, I have to bring up Maxine, man.
You took the words right out of my mouth, man.
Oh,
do we have a release date yet?
No.
Like that's the only reason I didn't bring it up because like at this point I'm not even sure when it's coming. I know we just got the first image, which I mean looks like I can't wait for the cinematography of that movie just based on that one photo of Hollywood Boulevard. Oh, dude, look at that.
Well, I can tell you this: there was a tweet on A24's Twitter account that said the film went into production on April 12th last month. So and it's actively being filmed right now as we speak.
Nice.
So,
yeah, man.
I'm curious how Halsey's going to do. Like, obviously, I know her from music. I don't know that I know her from many movies, but I'm sure. I hope she does well. But I mean, she's got Mia Goth leading her, so if she just follows that example a little bit, she'll be great.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm all in, man, because it's just what we've seen with these first two movies have been just fantastic horror films, and they're different types of horror films. That's the thing that I can appreciate so much. Like we're getting to this point where we're seeing fresh stuff. Like when we go to watch the movie, we don't know necessarily what's going to happen. It's fresh stuff. It's fantastic. And Mia's she's been on fire, literally on fire. I'm so glad you mentioned that, Steven.
Yeah, I had to throw it out there. And then there's one more I want to throw out it's going to be January 2024. So it's not this year, but it's 7 months away, 8 months away, whatever. And it's the first movie, as far as I know, that's coming out from Blumhouse and Atomic Monster together after they did Megan, with James
Mhm.
Wan and Jason Blum, and it's going to be called Night Swim, and
Oh,
it's a
okay.
thriller that's about a hidden terror in the depths of a backyard swimming pool. And
Whoa.
I don't know what that's going to be. It's a monster movie or
Hmm.
creature kind of thing, but
Okay.
I'm interested anyway.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah, Night Swim.
And you
Yeah,
mentioned Stephen King earlier. The Boogeyman's coming out, I think, in like a month or two.
It's
That
right.
one looks
The Boogeyman.
that one looks like it's going to mess with parents a lot because the whole
I
thing is
think
about.
so.
Yeah, man. Like the whole thing is like it's what takes your children when you're not paying attention. So
Oh,
it
Right.
seems like it's a terror for the kids, but it's also the parents trying to deal with it. So
yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah.
looks creepy from the trailers. So
Agreed. Totally agreed.
Yeah.
And Val, thanks for putting that link in the chat too. Thank you so much. Yeah, Friday is going to be amazing. Cannot wait
Mhm.
to talk to one of my icons, man. It's just like, whew, it's gonna be great. Bullet, I haven't seen all of Infinity Pool yet,
Oh,
and I know that sounds
man.
horrible. Have you seen it?
I saw it.
it's
Yes.
bizarre, man. It's
Yes.
crazy.
It is crazy. From what I've seen, it is absolutely crazy.
Ooh, boy. It's this Lee Cronenberg, right? I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah. Man, I tell you, man, I watched that movie with Night. You'll appreciate this. I watched that movie with Michael, the
Uh-huh.
Carbonite Jedi.
Oh no.
Yes. And we watched that dude, and let me tell you, it was very close to like watching the Society in terms of how he responded to those shunting scenes and all that
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
And it wrecked him, man. He's like, dude, this is a messed up movie, bro. I'm like, yeah, it is. But it was so well done, though. I thought it was done very well.
Well, I will say Brandon Cronenberg is definitely taking a page out of his father's book because he's just
yes,
you can tell that he's a very gifted filmmaker, just like his father. And wow, that's just
yes,
crazy.
It is real crazy, and it leaves you asking a lot of questions too.
Mm.
So
Really
many
does.
questions. So many. I at the end, I was like, "Wait, are you kidding me right now?" Like what? Oh my gosh, man, it's crazy.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ronan saying, so awesome that my favorite shape actor is going to be on my favorite channel. Yeah, man, I can't wait to talk to him too, man. It's going to be absolutely crazy. I gotta make sure I keep myself in check. You know?
Just remember to breathe so you don't pass out.
Right?
You're all right.
I know, man. Val, thanks for reminding people. Definitely, and it's true. As we start to wrap up here, because I'm actually going to be going to work tonight. But for you guys in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us. I mean, we covered a heck of a lot of stuff, and we could have kept going for a long time. Anyways, but let us know in the comment section what you guys think. Some of you guys had some really great comments in the live chat. Let us know what movies you're looking forward to and why. Also, let us know what you think about the different, things going on with Scream 6 and 7, the controversy surrounding it, and the choices that Radio Silence made or didn't make or should have made. And let us know in the comment section. But don't forget, most importantly, make sure if you're not subscribed to Craven Something Scary or The Bearded Entertainment, make sure you guys do that. The links are in the description. Make sure you hit the like button. And we will catch you guys later. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Nightwatch. Peace out, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.